Hi, everyone. Welcome to the TimingResearch.com Analyze Your Trade, episode number 173 for September 14th, 2021. My name is David Kosmeter. I'm the creator of TimingResearch.com, and we are recording this at 4 p.m. Eastern today. Today, I've arranged for ProTrader Mike to join us again, and you should be seeing his screen right now. And the option professor is back to moderate, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to him.
Okay, great. Good to have everybody with us. A very volatile day today, so it'll be very interesting to hear what ProTrader Mike's got to say. ProTrader Mike has got a lot of experience in the markets. He also has different things he looks at, like on the Can Slim situation. He'll explain that. And he also has certain techniques of getting into a market on a staged basis, which I found very interesting last time he was talking about that, because you don't find yourself getting in too much too soon and find out that, maybe your idea isn't working so well. So he's got a whole bunch of different things that helps traders, and he's got a chat room and everything else. So without further ado, I'm going to let Mike introduce himself a little bit more and what's going on over at his company. Mike?
Thank you for the introduction.
Sure.
Yes, ProTrader Mike, you can see my screen now. Popular on Twitter. I have over 58,000 followers now on Twitter. I send out a newsletter every morning. It's my pinned tweet by 8:30. You get a newsletter with my stocks that I'm watching for the chat room. So if you're a working professional and you can't make it into the chat room and you're busy, you can get that at 8:30 every morning with what's hot and moving for the day and what I'm looking at with the chat room. And if you want to take a look down here, this is what I was long this morning as my sentiment into the room. And I don't know if I got lucky on this yesterday, but at minute 51:59, I did an analysis on this BTS stock at 64 cents. It was just a little crypto stock that I made a bunch of money back in the day once on, and I don't know why it came up, but I'm like, okay, 65 cents. They have a tremendous holding in crypto, and I really like it. I come in today, and it's $8 and $9 a share. It went up to BTCS right here. Let me put this on the chart. Twink. It went to 11.05 today, which is it's at 8.48, which is equivalent of 84 cents. It did a reverse split today. I had no idea. So yeah, call me lucky on that. Fine. Then I took my positions right here, UVXY and VIXY. Look where my prices are. 21.98 to go through Hines, 22. My even number system. My roll. Look at VIXY, 20.92 to go through Hines, 21, the even number of 21. Last was 21.13 on that, and both of those stocks did continually well throughout the day, higher and higher, as that went to 23, and that one's at 21.50. Mojo, as the market was coming down, Mojo was making money when the market was going down. And here's that BTCS heading through 11. I couldn't believe it today. Maybe omnipotent. I don't know what it was, but I nailed it. This was the Ken Slim stock on Sunday night. And we'll go through this later. Let's go through some of yours now. And I'll show you why this stock at 66 cents went to 90 today. And one of the NASDAQ biggest winners of the day, Cyrene right here. CYRN, and I'll show you why I picked it and why it went almost to $1 per share.
And on some of these, you'll also give a little idea of the exit strategy as well, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because getting on board is one thing, getting off the plane is another, right?
I tell my chat room, whenever someone puts up a pick, I look at it and I say, I look at the volume first, and if it, the volatility, of course, but I say, look, it's so easy to buy the stock. We all can buy it, but selling it is a different thing. Are we all going to be able to sell it as a profit? Does it have that kind of liquidity? What's the range? There's a lot of factors on the sell side. It's a lot harder to sell than it is to buy stocks.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the meat and potatoes here, because they got a whole bunch of different stocks and a bunch of different sectors. Let's start out with Netflix, NFLX, and it was going pretty good there for the last week or so. And then what happens now?
Yeah, well, this is the daily chart, and the daily is a different story than like the 60-minute. 60-minute, we're in a clear downtrend on the stock that you could see, but we'll look at the dailies, and I'm going to do price orient oriented. We hit our Cupid top. I'm gonna do some drawings. So we got some Netflix here. There's my Cupid top onto the red. It crossed STO at 80%. Right there was your sell signal. At 6:05 to reverse Hines under 600. It's stopping at stopping station right here, which is 577. This is my stopping station. I call it a stopping station because from 72 to 77, it's going to stop right here. The reason why, these are the stops from the even number of 600. If this was a $6 stock and you bought 1,000 shares, what would you risk? $300? That's 570. So that's your stopping station. That they do that at 600, I'll risk 30 points down to 570. So 72 to 77 is usually the range these things will bounce back up on. And with this thing being down at the bottom here on STO, I could anticipate a little chairlift back up, where we chairlift back up. So I think this could be a bottom at 572 to 77 with a trail back up and make a box between 90 and where it stopped. I don't see it going over 600 unless we have another really fantastic bull run on the NASDAQ, and I don't see that happening. I see the NASDAQ going under 15,000. It's at 15,037. Only got 37 points or a half a day to drop under 15K.
You know, there's a lot of guys that are looking for the end of the month to be really strong because of the end of Q3 and front running the earnings of Q3. And some of them are even talking about 4,600 and 4,650 on the S&P. Today, obviously, there's no evidence of that occurring. Can you come up with any circumstances where that may be correct? Because we're already at the 15th of the month. So they're basically saying in the next couple of weeks, we're going to roar 150, 100 points on
lower to test 4,000.
No, these guys are saying higher. You see no evidence of a big move up.
I mean, they're you know why? Because they're long right here on this first and second bar, and they're like, man, we better pump this thing up and do something because we're going to lose our fun, dude. We're going to lose our shirts. Maybe we can manipulate Wall Street. Do I feel like Warren Buffett today? Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the next game in town is LTCN.
LTCN?
No, LT. Larry, Thomas, Charlie, Nancy. Larry, Thomas, Charlie, Nancy. There you go.
Oh yeah, this one looks decent on. It's got a could do a base breakout. So this looks pretty good. It needs a catalyst, but here's your base. So right here you got a base breakout. This very solid. Your risk is nothing, and your upside is a bunch. I would say this could be your top of the whole run, which could be a 60 to 80 mark. Eventually, it could come up to the top of that bar. It will never go back in here, never go back up here. But it could do a base breakout from here, from 1650 and go up to 20 and 25. Let's look at the 60-minute. Oh yeah, look, very nice. It made a move here from 17 to 25. Yeah, there you go. It could do that again. It did it again right here, 1690 to 23. It's perfectly set up. Look at your risk. So your risk is virtually nothing. So this is a great trade right here for the group. Look, your risk here is nothing. It's stable on those three. So what's your risk? Down to this is nothing. This is only 1550. Right?
That's a buck.
That's nothing.
Buck and a half.
And I would say this is major support also for a bounce. So anywhere scaling in here, this is exactly how I would do it. It's a great opportunity. So what you want to do is you want to make a V, you want to make a V, you want to make a V. Every time it hit a bottom, you want to scale in once, twice, and on the first green bar higher, buy the biggest. So you want to go 1, which is here, 2 is here, first green bar higher here, you would add, this one went up to here. Okay, so we do it again here. We go 1, 2, first green bar higher right here, 3, the biggest. You nailed it. We do the same thing here. We're on the red. Let's go 1, Let's see what it does down. Maybe it'll make a green. Here we go, 2. And then the first green bar higher, maybe a little under 17. We nail it with the 3. And then this thing heads up 18, 19, 19, 50, 20, all the way up right into this line and makes another beautiful, beautiful bar.
Yeah, it's a crypto deal. So if crypto is going to run, it'll run.
Yeah, if it is a crypto deal, then yes, because the money's flowing out of the stock market, going to run back into the crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that really looks, that looks very interesting, but I'd love to see that one green bar, huh? That one green bar.
The crypto. So this is, if this is that, this is what's going to happen with the crypto. These are all hot air balloons. You know, like when you go to a festival and you see all these, there's like 50 of them. They're all over the place, the hot air balloons. Then and this is the whole crypto sphere. And you have a mountain right here. And they're above the mountain. They're all chilling. It's like 50 of them. All of a sudden, you got this one balloon up here, and it's called Bitcoin balloon. You're like, holy, dude, there's a cloud up here, and there's birds flying by. You're like, dude, you're way too high. Let some hot air out of your balloon at 50,000 plus. And why don't you come down to your normal valuation again of 30,000, a little bit above this way, Ethereum, Cardano, Ripple, Aeon, game credits, all these could now escalate a little higher and catch up a little bit under Bitcoin at 30, because there's too much of a space between where every other crypto is and where the balloon on Bitcoin is. So as Bitcoin stabilizes 35 to 50,000, the rest of the universe right here, as the money comes out of the stock market, is going to flow into all of these top 50 coins, and they're going to go.
So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense now. How about CHWY, CHWY?
Yeah, I got an order from my dogs the other day from CHWY.
Yeah,
I use CHWY. CHWY, look at that gap down. 72 to 77 stopping station, my friend. Isn't it amazing that they're all stopping at the same mark? What a coincidence, isn't that? So here you would want to do a 1, 2, 3 scale, waiting for the first green bar to nail it higher. And hey, if it can get over this is 80 bucks. You can fill in a gap here. I like it. Look at the 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, nailed that green bar there. Look at the 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, nailed this green bar here. That continued to go. Did it here too. Look, 1, 2, nailed that green bar there for 3. Did it here. 1, 2, nailed that green bar for 3. Every time it does this drop down, you do your scaling. There's another one. 1, you did 2 here, you nailed 3 there, and you made money the next day. So I like it at stopping station 72 to 77.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a bounce. What's the next one?
Next one up on Palantir, PLTR. $50 million of gold waiting for the Black Swan event.
And CHWY, by the way, look where this one stopped. 72 to 77. Look where this one stopped.
Yeah.
Look at this one. This one's a little bit.
That's the neighborhood.
What's the PLTR?
Yeah, PLTR, PLTR. All the big data for the government.
Yeah. It's got a nice pattern. As patterns go. So you have a nice little cup and handle. And you have another little one in here. So you got a little within a little. It looks pretty good. Last time it did that here, it broke out, of course. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I would take 25 as support.
Yeah.
Use a stop at 25. So your risk is maybe scale in here, maybe try to get a 26 or a 25.50 average, risking 50 cents. This thing goes and breaks out. It's going to go to 30 bucks through 28.50.
Yeah.
Look when it makes a big bar. So the biggest bars it's ever made through 22 here was like this size. Here's another big one right here. So this is a big bar. This is the size of the bar that could be here. Because look back in history, that's how much it's going to move. See this bar right here with the X? That's the biggest move it's going to make. So if you could take this bar right here and put it, this is what it's going to look like. This bar right here. And that size of that could put it up around 28.50. It won't go
Yeah.
bigger because it would have been history. It's not going to do this bar, which was a flash in the pan. I say that's too big.
And it had a green number today and a red market, huh?
It's heading up. It's heading up into STO 80%.
Yeah. Here's another one, CRNC.
Not CYRN, which is my big winner today. CRNC, $103. Terrible number. You only got a couple dollars of support.
Yeah.
I mean, where's it going to go? Unless it's got a big catalyst and it's got something. I mean,
So you traded against
brutal
98.
right
You
here.
traded against 98 from the long side.
It's brutal right here. I would trade it at 111. If it got to 111, it would go to 119 and test 120. But right here, you see this bar right here?
Yeah.
Let me show you. I'll circle it. Hold on, let me erase these. This bar right here, everyone's stuck. This bar right here, everyone's stuck, everyone's stuck, everyone's stuck, everyone's stuck, and they're all praying it goes up tomorrow. And if it does, everyone on this bar, every penny is going to sell it because that's their break even. They're waiting to get the hell out. So it's going to have pressure going all the way up on these last 3 red bars because everyone bought it at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't like it.
Next one is NSA.
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 Looks terrible. Looks like it's going to 51 to 55 stopping station. And if it doesn't hold that, it's going to 27 to 32, believe it or not. It's going to come below here if it doesn't hold 51 to 55.
You know, this is in the storage area, and those stocks have gone very high. But it looks like maybe our storage needs or capacity are rolling over a bit, huh?
It could test the bottom of that bar right there and hold, which is 51 to 55. If it doesn't hold that, you're going to see a huge red bar down, and it's going to go under 41 to 27 to 32 dollars because everyone in here is going to buy the catching knife and get stopped out at that number. Then it's going to go back up. Then they're going to be like, damn, NSA spit on me. Damn, NSA is now vomiting on me. So if it came down here and it went back up, about here, it would spit on you. About here, it would vomit on you. And if it went back up to 57, I call it my shining trade play. It's red room. You would actually murder yourself if you got stopped out on the bottom.
Yeah.
And it rebounded up all the way where you originally bought it. I call it my shining trade play. I don't like those trades, dude. Those are scary. This thing makes another red bar. It's coming to 51 to 55. What's the next one? I don't like it.
Next one is Costco. Who doesn't like
What's the
Costco?
symbol? I don't even know it.
Oh, COST. It's a little on the rich side for your.
It's a little bit on the rich side at 458. It's going to come down and test same exact number, bro. 451 to 455. It's going to fail that and go 427 to 32 right here. So it's going to fail 51 to 55 where it's now, and it's going to come down and test 427 to 32. If it doesn't hold that, it's going to go 407 to 12. That's the next stopping station.
What we need is another
107.
shutdown where everybody buys 500 pounds of toilet paper.
It doesn't matter. The trend is your friend, and stocks in motion stay in motion. Doesn't matter how much toilet paper and how much diarrhea everyone has.
Or bottled water. All right, anyway, let's go over to.
If this stock was 470 and it dropped to $4.58, it would go test 450. And when it crushed and crested that, the next stopping station I'm familiar with would be 27 to 32. The stops from $4.50 or $450. The stops right here, which everyone are wrong, a 30-cent difference right down to the even number, 407 to 12. So
Well, the next one's called Advanced Drainage Systems, WMS. And it has come off the
Yeah.
highs of 124. And
Good
again, it's
trading
on the
stock.
defensive. What are you thinking here?
It's a good trading stock right here. It's got a nice range each day, 112 to 116. It's got a nice 4-point range on every bar. You can see every bar is the same. Very nice. Every bar is 4 points. And it usually seems that there's not a lot of wicks. So when it starts its day, it continues. This looks like a very nice trading stock. The candles don't have a lot of wicks. So it seems like when it starts its day, it continues. See, this red, it started red and went all the way down red and ended.
Makes for a good day trade too, huh?
Yeah, these are good day trade. It's a good day trading stock. It looks like it satisfies a nice trend. It started red and ended red all day long. It started somewhat green, ended the day upwards green, ended the day upwards green. These two, very nice little trading stock. I don't see it doing anything but going in triangles, back and forth, back and forth. Unless
Now you're looking at
these.
these Bollinger Bands. So you want to give the pros and cons of the Bollinger Bands?
Yeah, here.
And what do you like about them? What do you don't like about them?
They create triangles. So here you
Okay.
see them all.
Symmetry.
See them all?
Yeah.
Everyone, that's all they're doing is triangling back forever, how long they're going to do it for. So this really doesn't count down here because it's just a little flash below. But here, it's triangling back up and down, up and down. That's what this stock does. It's the bridge. It ain't doing nothing. Does it pay a dividend?
It does not. Well, it pays a 0.39. Yeah, very small.
It's just holding. They collect the dividend, do some covered call writing, keep it stable. It's a good.
It is in the water industry, which long term is probably a
long
good
term.
bet.
It's good. I got this stock right here, WTER, which is called Alkaline Water Company. Similar. I figure, if anything happens to the water supply ever, a stock like this could be like phenomenal.
Yeah.
My little Ken Slim stock, WTER. You want to see why it's Ken Slim and what the actual characteristics are of that? It looks pretty good. Let me show you.
Yeah, why don't you do a rundown?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Here's $1.96 on WYTR. Here is August 1st. That's my pick on August 1st, WYTR. I picked it again in the newsletter at $1.06. So I picked it here May 17th of 2021. That wasn't too long ago, maybe a couple months, right?
Yeah.
Symbol is water. Past mojo swing pick. It's $1.05 by $1.10. I'm looking for it to go test the first red circle, which is $1.11 and 68 and 79. And here it is again at $1.96 in August of 2021. So it went from $1, it went through 68 and 67. It's got a 90 relative strength now. So you can see the difference from the first one to the second one. It's up 100%, but it's still good here. It goes from a loss of 24 cents and 34 cents to only a loss of 20 and 22. They have 88 million in the float, 5% owned by funds. So if we go through the Ken Slim, I'll do it in red and I'll do it in big size. So red, here's the first C, current earnings per share and annual sales, 4 quarters in a row of increases. That's the C and the A. The N is they distribute water in the United States. So if something happens new, it's in a good industry. There's not a lot of new right now, but they could get a new CEO. It's actually at a new high in price. So you got a little bit of N. The S's shares outstanding is 88.4. The L is a 90 relative strength. It's a leader in its group. The group rating right here is a A. So yeah, in in an A group rating right here. That's an A group rating, leader in its group, A. The I is institutional sponsorship. We have that right there with 5%. And M is market momentum. I like the industry. If something happens, it trade 178% increase in volume, 5.6 million shares versus 2 million shares. The symbol's WTER. And now it's stabilized right here at $1.64 after it just made a new high for me from 196 to 235, guys. So now it's at stopping station, but ready to go back up. What's the next one?
And you've got a number of these type of stocks, so you'll get into that later, I hope.
I'll show you one more. Let me show you my siren
yeah, sure,
today.
sure.
Here's my newsletter from Sunday night. I picked, I was on a show, by the way, called the OTC Club. And they said, dude, welcome to the program. I said, thanks for having me on the OTC Club. Zach Morris was on last week, by the way. So I said, following Mr. Zach Morris is going to be different. In what way? The mojo way, baby. Dude, I killed it on that show. It was great. I picked 4 stocks on that show. The first one was FAMI because it was just trading out of control. Had 4 quarters, 500, 500, 400, and 400. Looked phenomenal with trading 235 million shares. But it opened up on Monday down because it's a China company and it did a pump and dump and it announced an offering. So it opened up pre-market down like 20%. So we never did anything with that one. Follow?
Yeah.
Let's go to number 2, Cyrene. Increased earnings estimates for the next 2 years. Look at this baby. So I see this baby, it's got a 1,200% increase in its volume. It's traded 10 million versus 700,000. It's on my radar. So let's see. They got increased earnings estimates for 2 years. The analysts next year, in this year and next year, are telling me already, they're going to go from a loss of 28 cents to a loss of 18. So if that's a loss of 18 divided by 4 quarters is around 4.5 cents per quarter positive versus a loss of 5 versus a loss of 7 versus a loss of 5. What is 5-cent gain versus a 5-cent loss revenue wise? It's a 500% increase. So I know the next 4 quarters on this stock, earnings due on 11/16, will blow away earnings estimates. They're going to do 5 cent or 4 cent versus a loss of 5. The boxes down here are going to say new numbers. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, here we go. This is going to say 500% increase on the next box. This one's going to say 500. And then it's going to go through this. It's going to go through 85 cents. It's going to go through 81 cents and may head up to $1. It's got 75 million shares in the float, 5% owned by funds. It's pure Ken Slim. What did it do today? It was the biggest winner on the NASDAQ. Look at this, CYRN. It went
up 26%.
It went to 9, dude, it went a lot. It went to 94 cents.
Yeah, it went to 94, you're right.
Look at this. Look at this move from 53 to 60, came back down, went from 62 to 94.
And look at the volume today too, huh?
Mojo Power.
Almost 80 million shares.
Yeah, Mojo Power. So I picked that puppy at 60 cents. You want to see the number 3 pick? Reefer. Sure. And it's not reefer like weed. Don't be silly. It's reefer. They design particle device control technology for light glare in heat something. And they do 31 million in the float, 8% owned by funds, going from a loss of 7 to a gain of 2 with increased analyst estimates. So I know the next quarter of a loss, they're going to go up and they're going to be 100% increase because it's going to be a gain. This quarter of a loss is going to be bigger because it's going to be a gain. So is this one, and so is this one. As the stock goes through $271 and $3, and the relative strength increases, it's traded a 1,300% increase in volume with 2.4 million versus a measly 177,000. And they do smart glass, like reflection and device technology. Look what this one did today. Reefer. REFR, here it is. REFR, I think it's 3. It made a spike the other day to 320. It went to, is this it right here? Hold on. Reefer, yeah, here it is. It was up 8 cents today to 230. So this is where I like it to make a move up, go to 280, 290, right back up here into 318.
And you got the green bar today.
And we got a green bar today on a down day. So I like the reefer. And I did one more. 4th pick was UEC, Uranium Energy, going from a loss of 8 to a loss of 2, increased analyst estimates. A bigger company with 233 million in the float, 27% owned by funds, but it has a 96 relative strength. And if it crests these circles up here, which is 367, 364, 346, and 357 from 321, we should get a breakout. Uranium Energy. They do the exploration of uranium in Texas, Wyoming, and all over the place. So those are my 4 picks. And UEC today, I think it's holding stable. UEC.
A few cents, no big deal.
Yeah, it's just holding up here. As long as it stays above this 320 mark, it can go test the high. I wouldn't hold it below this 320 though. It can go down under 3 again. So
14 million shares too, almost.
yeah, see what happens with that one. And that's UEC. Those are my 4 Ken Slim picks. And if you look overall, it's kind of like in a big saucer. UEC. So if we come here, it's got a big old saucer. It's kind of bullish. And that's it. What's your next one on the list then?
DVAX, David Victor Apple X-ray Technologies.
Yeah, Dvax made a run last week in the chat room. We picked it when it touched 11 right there last week on that date of August 20th, and it ran to 19. We traded that move in the chat room. So what happened was, and it did it on the daily. I show you this all the time. It did a chairlift higher at 11, and it went into rail grind until it crossed right here, which was that bar at 20. So it made a move from here to here, doing that for us. And if you look in the chat room, Dvax, right? Oh, NVAX. And was it NVAX? Dvax, right?
Dvax, DVAX.
Search. So right here, we did it last time, August 27th. Yeah, that's when it made its move. I'm surprised it's not in there anymore. And
The highs on this stock in August was about 14. Are you expecting this 14 neighborhood to hold up and maybe it go back up if it gets a green bar tomorrow?
yeah, we did it through 15 last time right here in the chat room. See NVAX, Heinz in 15. Sold NVAX, Heinz in 14.
No, this is
sold
NVAX. You're
14.
looking at NVAX. That's Nova as a drug stock. This is Dvax,
Dvax.
DVAX.
We traded it last week in the chat room from 11 to 19. I don't see it really doing much in here. I see if it goes up, a lot of people stuck in here. It's got a little gap. I don't see it doing much.
Yeah.
I don't see it doing much. It went up for a very good reason, and that reason's over. What's the next one?
PAYX. That's PAYX.
MITC is making a move now. Look at this one. MITC. Let's see what the news is.
This one's a medical company.
MITC.
It's down in the aftermarket. It looks like oh, I'm sorry. No, I got it there. PAYX. This is PAYX. I'm sorry. I had the wrong symbol.
That one's
Yeah, PAYX was up today a little bit, not much, but a little. PAYX,
Which
PAYX.
one's going to be in play tomorrow? That's why I find stocks that are going to be in play for tomorrow. What's going by the high-low list in the after hours flying now. So I put this right on my list for tomorrow, MITC. See how I did that? I take all these ones today, I take them off my list like this, boom.
Sure.
I'm not going to trade them tomorrow. I only leave up the MOASs. I leave up AMC, COS, GME, and Clove, the MOAS stocks. Otherwise, I just build a new list every day because anytime you can get MOAS. You know what that is, right?
Sure.
Good. As long as you know what MOAS is. Some of the people out there don't know what MOAS is, but I like MOAS.
So what do you think of PAYX, paychecks? 100 buck stock, 109. A little bit off their highs. Pays a dividend of 241.
PAYX 109. Looks like crap. It ain't doing nothing. It came down to this right here. Stop at
Yeah.
108.73 stopping station. So it did good. Came to 108.73. Almost right on the number. 108.88. Missed it by 13 cents. Is that only 13 cents? Look how accurate I am. Damn, to the penny, dude. On a 15-cent accuracy on a $108 stock, I think my system's pretty spot on. Skill, dude, SKIL, making a ripping move. That'll be hot and in play tomorrow. Look, Skill, SK, they make tools, I think.
Yeah.
You know what another one that makes tools is? A little one, dude. What's the little tool one in the chat room, Mojos? It's the little tool one, dude. Dollar stock. I got it in this tool one. What is that?
The only one I know is Black & Decker.
No. Tool, it's a little one. They make hand tools. Like I show you. I know what it is. Hand tools. Dollar stock. There you go. It's can't, it's at the top of my tongue. They make tool, and I traded it so many times in the swing. It's at the top of my tongue. Maybe the room can help me, but I don't know. All right, anyway, we'll catch it on the next one. I don't know what the name of it, but that's a good one. We put Skill up for tomorrow. Heinz at 11. What's the next one you had, bro?
Next one on the list is QQQ. They want to know what the NASDAQ's going to be
Good.
doing.
Now that's going lower. SQQQ is going to 8. That's going lower. Done. It's got to 375. It's going to go 372, 368, right in that range. Stopping. They should bounce up and then go to 350. So this is.
And you're looking at the pro. Why don't you
351 to
put up the pro? You're looking at the pro shares.
Yeah, QQQ. This is going to 351 to 55 stopping station right here. And SQQQ, its comrade, is going to go to $8, $9.
So you like this one?
This one I don't like.
I say you like the SQQQ. Why don't you put that one up?
There you go. I like that one.
Yeah, a lot of green.
I like it. Look at this puppy. Look how nice this is. Okay. Now there's no risk. So you took the chairlift up right here beautifully. Now you're an 80% rail grind. So as long, and it's heading higher. So as long as it stays above 80%, I mean, could it go there and stay in rail grind? Could it go there and stay in rail grind? Could it go there and stay in rail grind? The more powerful she is up here, the more she's staying in rail grind above 80%. Once it goes below, which would probably be a huge red bar like this and this combination 2 days in a row, the trade would be over. But right now, that's going a lot higher there, my friend. Hear that, hedge funds and mutual funds and money managers out there? That's what's going on. Mark my words. Here, look, JCS, another one for tomorrow. Rocketing up on the daily from 8, 9, and 10. Look at this move. It went from 7, 8, 9, and 10 just now. This one, JCS. I got 3 really nice traders for tomorrow. This thing rocketed. Look at this stock. Heinz 8, Heinz 7, Heinz 9. Damn. What's your next one? Oh, TBLT is the tool company. Thank you, Batman.
TBLT?
Yep, TBLT right there, buddy. There's the tool company. 54 cents. It looks really good too on the chart. TBLT, bros. This is it. It's got a nice little cup and handle too. Could fill in a nice little rip roar. Very little risk in here. Very little risk. It used to be up here at $1.25. I told you it was a dollar stock. I saw it. This one has a history of going big. When it goes, bro. Look, it went already from here. It went from 93 cents through Heinz $1. It went to $1.78 without stopping.
You like the stochastics look right down there?
It hasn't done anything. It's at 20%. So if we get a green bar over this,
Then you're all right.
9 cents and 58 cents, that stochastic will head up towards 80%. And then if it goes above that, makes a green line, we'll stay in 80%, probably up in here till 70 cents and maybe 88 and $1. This thing has a history of going big. In one day, it went from $1.01 to $1.25. In one day, it went from same thing, $1. That's what it does, 25 cents. Here again, look, 25 cents. So if it starts out green and it's up a nickel and it's at $1.10, guess what? It can go 20 more cents. You know how I know that? Because it did it right there. It did it right there. It did it right there. And it did it right 5 times, 25 cents. So if I turn it on and it's up 30 cents, guess what? I ain't buying it. It's overextended by 5 cents. It's never made a bar bigger than that before. So I go from the past history. A zebra never changes its stripes and either does a bar chart. You like that one?
Yeah. If you get a green bar, you get the green light, huh?
Well, dude, it traded on this day 208 million shares and it went up 25 cents. So, you know, unless the stock.
But where we are right now, you'd like to see a green bar to get the green light?
Yeah, well, we're only at 2.4 million. So if it trades 2.4 million by 10 a.m., absolutely. Because by the end of the day, you're going to have 100 million and then next day, 200 million. So volume is the predicator for the entry on this baby. So set your alert for 5 million shares. The day it trades 5 million, it'll trade 50 and we got a winner. Symbols TBLT. How do I know that? Because it did it here and it did it there. There you go, traded 11 million shares, went up 20 cents. It traded here 200 million shares and went up 25 cents. So it doesn't matter if it trades 20 million or 100 million, its range is 25 cents. Here's another one, MMLP for tomorrow, making a move. Put it on my list. What's your next one?
The next one, an interesting company, Darling Ingredients, DAR. They have recycling and recovery solutions for the nation's food industry. It recycles animal products and used cooking oil from food and food service establishments. So, and also it does other stuff too. But pretty interesting company.
Yeah, it looks okay. It's heading up. It's chairlifting up. It's heading up towards the 80%, but every time it's done that, it fails very quickly.
This is for the guy who's always wondering what McDonald's does with all that grease when they're done the fries. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's see how long it stays up above 80% on these circles. So it didn't stay up long here. It didn't give you a lot of breakout here. It fooled you here and came down. It didn't break out here again like it should have right there. It didn't break out again on the top of the S. It doesn't stay in a long time. This one was very brief, just these 2 little bars. This one was the best one actually. Right here, this was the longest one on the whole one. And it just happened, so that's a good sign. So if it heads up here, how much is it gonna go to the right and stay above 80%? $80.78 will make it go in there. And then keeping it above would be a breakout above that, which is 80 bucks. And over here also 80 bucks. So this thing could be pretty significant, man, if it does make a move. What do they do?
Again, they're recycling oil.
That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
They're a green company, man. They're recycling.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. That's bullish.
Well, we got a digital miner, crypto miner coming up, Marathon Digital Holdings, MARA. So are they getting a bid now? It doesn't look like they did much today, but.
It's hard to say because I own the stock at 3. I picked it at a dollar. You want to see the pick? What it looked like at a dollar? Why it's at
Sure.
30? Let me show you.
I like to see beautiful movies.
Mara. Hold on, it's coming up. There's Mara. And I picked Riot at the same time and GB.
I was going to say, is Riot looking any good right now? They're both in Vegas.
These were my 3 picks. You ready?
Yep.
I liked GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. I mean, come on, it's $9, $8.55. There's my buy zone, 90 relative strength, and we're gonna break 15 and 17. You know where that stock is, right?
Oh yeah, I own it.
Where's it at?
It's in the 30s and the 40s.
There you go. Let's look at my next one. And that was on 10/23 of 2019. On 6/19 of 2020 was Riot Blockchain. And on 5/8 of 2020 was Marathon Patent Group. So the first one was Marathon. And I picked it right here because look, it had an increasing move on volume. See that? 2,070% increase. See the price? Where's it gonna go, guys?
There you go.
90 cents. Where's it going?
Yep.
Heinz and a dollar, right?
Yep.
Going from a loss of $19 to a loss of $2.40 to a loss of 53 cents on 8.5 million.
There you
Stock's
go.
at 90 cents. Where is it right now?
Yeah.
Right? There's 90 cents. There's my winner. Heinz and a dollar. And then you got Riot, $2.11, 95 relative strength, 67% last quarter. Support at $1.86 to break 3 on 34.5 million and 5% in the float, going from a loss of $1.06 to a loss of 50 cents at $2. Some of my biggest winners right there. So it's hard for me to pick them right now and be in them.
No, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like some of the commodities, you're positive on soybeans at $8, it goes to 16. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
We got one last one, IRM.
Dude, that JCS is ripping still. It's up 10.45 now. These ones in the aftermarket's really go. Yeah, so this is already telling me what the next ones are doing. Here's tomorrow on the, you know, if the plunge protection team freaking comes in, I'm like, yeah, they seem to come in all. If they come in tomorrow, they'll save the day. Otherwise, the market's crushed. See this red bar? That's what all the stocks are going to do tomorrow. If the plunge protection team doesn't come in, a beautiful red bar, strong closing Marabuzu. For your people that don't know what that means, a Marabuzu close, Mara, not the stock, Marabuzu. It's a brother called the Marabuzu brothers. They're bars that have no wicks. See that red bar closed right at the bottom. See this one closed right at the bottom. It's a Marabuzu close. This one right here closed at the bottom and continued lower. This one, Marabuzu on the green side, continues higher. And that's called a Marabuzu bar. And it looks bad right now. Looks like it's going lower.
Yeah, it's pointing straight down.
Yeah, I don't like that one at all.
Why don't you spend a little bit of time on when people go to your site, what's going to happen? And you have the chat room. You got so many stuff, so much stuff going on. Why don't you spend some time explaining, how people can get involved and what they're going to get and what they can do,
Absolutely. I got a great deal that I just gave the OTC Club, and I will offer it to anyone listening here as well. Trading is very risky and most traders lose their money, full disclaimer over there, but I do have 70,000 followers. I do have one of the best chat rooms, not the largest, but the best Discord chat room. Got 81 members in the room right now. It's very, very good. The master traders are in my room, are on subscription for 5 years and longer. The Pro Traders 1 to 3 years, and the subscriptions $149 per month. I've got the newsletter down here, which is the Ken Slim Beating Wall Street since 2000. I got full year results for 10 years of every pick I've ever put out in the newsletter. Some incredible picks, plug at 33 cents to 70, and just some enormous picks. I got the boot camp and I have courses. So here's the deal. What I gave to the OTC club. I got a lot of people that just joined from this OTC club. And I gave them my pin message. Nope. I think I will give it. This guy just paid and bought right here. Here's the deal. Now, the OTC club and the timing research offer. You get 1 month of the chat room, 1 month of the swing trade newsletter. That's a $199 value right there. And you get one of my courses for free, either the stock, the futures, or the crypto. That's a $1,497 value. And you're getting all of it for $99 in a 1 month sub. If you like it, you'll stay the next month and you'll renew your subscription for $99. If you take my course, you don't got to pay anything for it, but if you take it and watch it, you'll be with me forever in this chat room. Most people, they charge you out the gazoo for the course. The shizzle doesn't work. You're not a member of their room a month or two later. Let me give you my course. You'll be a member of my room forever. I'll get the 99. I'll make it up on the tail end. You use the $1,400 you'd spend for the education and use it to fund your trading account and go to town. This guy Skip is laughing his ass off. You see that? What happens in the room when people do that, Batman, is I'm going to kick him out. I should ban his ass for laughing at me because it's very disrespectful. Should I ban him, guys, or should I kick him? What should I do? It's up to you. It's up to you. Should I ban him or kick him? Boot him, ban him, ban him, ban him. So let's ban him. He's laughing his ass off at me. So I know.
You keep the political stuff to a minimum in there too, I'll bet, huh?
There is no bull crap in my room. So he's gone. He can never come back. And there you go. The room is run like a precision machine. Let's scroll back just from this morning. I'll just show you the little act. Everyone's done by 10 o'clock. So let's just scroll to 10 o'clock. All right, here we go. 10:17, 9:30. All right, here we go. And we're off, 9:30. Bing, bing, bing. Let's see if I did anything in the pre-market. Yeah, I did. So at 9:21, I like UV, Heinz and 22, baby. We're going to buy it under here and we're going to sell it over there. Did it do that? Yep. VIXY, I'm all over it at 21. Did it Heinz 21? Oh my gosh. Sure did. When 22.11. When it touches 11, it goes to 19. See? Touchy 11. It's going to go to 19. This one right here was the Life. We traded Life today. That was a good one. We traded Prague to go through. We're buying here at 108. We're selling through 110. One touchy 11, going to go to 19. Look, buy 107, 108, sell 11 plus. You'll see it's going to go right there. Heinz 5 went right through Heinz 5, nanoglycerides. So Prague, it touched 11. We're in rail grind, 16. Let's ride her up to 19. And I got Prague and nanoglycerides just making moolah. And I got UV and VIXY making money on those. Alan took the courses, bro, 10 times. Master Allen is my first trader ever with me in the chat room, has been on subscription since 2010 for 11 years, and he's taken my Mojo course 10 times. He hasn't lost a day in this chat room in 5 years. He loses on trades, but not for the day. There's 18 on Prague in rail grind, just like I told you it's going to. Selling half, right there, I sell in half, 513 through Heinz. Futures made 510. Futures made 1600. Walt made 500. Smitty made 508. Batman made 585. He's up to $130,000 from 110 days. Just doing nice. Here's UVXY ripping 22 and VIXI at 21.13. Here's Fuel Cell, beautiful move this morning through 650. We traded it into 7. I mean, it's just unbelievable, dude. The room, it's just incredible. 615 done for the day. Came back from a $200 loss for Uncle Adam. I mean, the room makes monies, guys.
And
So
people
that's
in the room
Walt.
are sharing their ideas as well as your own, right?
Yeah, Walt, he made 200,000 with me in his first year. In a year, and he don't want to mislead you. I'm sorry, it took a year and 4 months. He made $200,000. This guy today traded the futures and made 1,635 with my system. He has a funded account. There you go. There you go. BTCS through Heinz 10. See it? There you go. It's going to go through 1050. There's 1025. It went to 11. You got to follow ProTrader Mike. I'm telling you, you're going to get eat up. You got to be fast, man. You got to be good on the keys. Got to be good. And that's what we do, bros. You know, Mojo did good today in the room. And there's the Heinz. It goes through a whole number and you're good to go. Hey, did I ever play Jesse Livermore for you? And we'll end it on that.
No, but I'd love to hear Jesse Livermore. Yeah.
Jesse Livermore is considered one of the greatest traders of all time. He actually he bought his first share at 15 and got a profit of $3.12 from $5 after teaching himself about trends. He very, very rich. He actually killed himself at one time, went bankrupt, but he developed the Heinz trading system. Did you know that?
No.
Listen, this is from his book, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator.
Yeah, great book.
Chapter 7. Listen.
Oh, hey, Mike. Sorry,
Yeah.
I gotta stop you. If there's copyrighted audio in the video, then YouTube
Okay.
might not let me post it. But if you have a link or something, I could give people. I could put it in the archive. The archive.
It is a good chapter.
It's Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, Chapter 7. He talks about he's out of the business, he's bankrupt, and he wants his stake back. And he has to do it carefully. He has one move to make. And he's been watching his favorite stock, Bethlehem Steel, and it's at $80. And he knows it's going to go through par 100. And he can't do anything because he doesn't have the wherewithal and who he was before. Otherwise, he'd be in at 80 and 90. So as it approached 90, he was in a restaurant. And then when he saw it at 95, he ran to the broker's office to buy 500 shares. By the time he got there, it was at 98. And when he looked at the tape, it was printing 100. He quickly bought 500 shares of Bethlehem Steel, where it closed that day at 114, thus adding to his position so he can build a stake, because that's what he did. He pyramid his particular position. So he added at 114, and the next morning it opened at 164, where he sold his shares and began and had his stake again and built himself back up. And he owed it all to one trade where he couldn't miss. It had to be a sure shot. And he waited for the stock to go through 100. And in his experience, stocks that go through par are the biggest movers. Stocks at 200 will go up more than stocks at 100, and stocks at 300 will go up more than stocks at 100 and 200. And that's right from his book, Chapter 7, Jesse Livermore, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator.
Perfect. All right. And again, let's put the contact information up there for everybody and see how they can get a hold of ProTrader Mike and find out what he can do for you and his chat room and all the many things that you do.
My email is info@mojodaytrading.com. Anyone wants that deal and you're having a hard time getting in touch with me, you can't get me on social media or in the chat, listen, send me an email, tell me you heard the show and you want to start making money with the Mojo.
Sounds good. Well, thank you very much for being here, ProTrader Mike, and I
Hey.
hope everyone can take advantage of finding out what you do down there. As far as optionprofessor.com, we do have the weekly market update that we send out free of charge. You simply go to the website, optionprofessor.com, put your email in, and you get it each week. Right now, I'm going to turn it back over to David, and thanks everybody for being here this afternoon.
All right, thanks, guys. Great discussion today. So just a quick reminder for everyone, be sure to subscribe to Timing Research on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. And or you can also just go to TimingResearch.com to get access of today's video as soon as I can get it posted, as well as any of the past shows and events. So I just want to thank my guests again for today, ProTrader Mike of MojoDayTrading.com and the Option Professor of OptionProfessor.com. Thanks, everyone.